Thousands of years ago, the world is just a chaotic and empty spiral. The goddess who created the 9 races, including the Long Tribe, the dwarves, the elves, dark elf, ghosts are big animals, and finally humans. Our side is human, living in the peaceful countryside. Today, Lai decided to set out to become an adventurer, because it's someone with special abilities. After arriving in a city where there's an adventurer's guild, he's despised by other races. Go in and also recommend names to register. Ask about Goddess Grace. Lai called his skill Infinite Gacha. The receptionist didn't understand anything, so my brother tried it. So you create the Jasmine and press the switch to turn the GAT. The prize will be displayed on the card. Just release it and it can be used. Every single one since birth. The most valuable thing he has, Gacha. It's just musty bread and rotten apples. She asked Lai to start with S-Class. He didn't bother to ask about the quest to make money. Fortunately, there are many here. Simple work should be possible. Because humans are the worst of all. Ra has always been despised. Ability to grow low. The surrounding environment is not pleasant. It makes them weaker. I can't read the words of the receptionist. Usually they'll have to do some heavy work. But not how much money. Because young people do not understand life. The young man fell into the sights of the wicked. 3 dogs go to pretend to be VA to claim. If they don't, they're bad. Stone furniture cho knock on spot. People are so despised that even the I don't care if other people see the case. At this moment, the high hand gently asked Han. They're afraid to dirty their sister. So dare not come close, even if the people around you show contempt. And she still hugged me. This made me think this was a dream. Other members of this team said, our tribal council is a haven. All the races, and hybrid is the missing piece. All the same gender Thieu surprised Nam. The best player on the team must be on the same level. 150 tribal councils will be perfect. In the presence of men. Everyone here is focused on the ideal of beauty. It's about creating a world of equality. It's not racist. I hear that. Lai really admires it. When you know you really need me. The young man was very touched. I finally accepted the invitation and joined the tribal council. Just like that the next time. He didn't have to worry about food and money anymore. Just follow your feet. Other members go on duty. The fight in the dungeon is over. Whenever he's targeted, Lai is protected far away. The leader of the dragon tribe is extremely strong. Every time I cut the body of all the monsters. This area is the largest and most powerful dungeon. The monster appears like a meal. As weak as men, they just need a blow from them. Be sure to log out. Wolf tribe saw SA. I always care about the male lead. Ask if you have a crush on the boy. Others also realized that this made her very nervous. She said she was just afraid. The council lost a member. It will make others laugh. Drago advised Lai, don't worry about being weak. Just go, Theo. Make me some tea. That's enough. Listen to this sentence. I hope you will continue to go deeper into the dungeon. Because he was the weakest, he was given in the middle. I can say as happy as a king. Next place they go. There's no high back and forth. Dragon, ask the members to stop here to rest. But in everyone's eyes, they understand. What the leader said. Innocent Lai still doesn't understand. I tried to make tea but was rejected. People are showing their faces right now. He will be expelled from the team. He still doesn't understand. The wolfman laughed. That's a fool. And the rest of you use bad words to scold me. I think Lai is too slow to understand. Or that's what humans are. They think they've finally been freed from the weight. Trash comes to breathing. The atmosphere alone makes people uncomfortable. To this day, I thought everyone was joking because they were so kind before. When laugh and look at us. There is so much free. He came to this dangerous place to play. Or not completely. It's just a play so he can listen. Ask why you need to do that. It's because of the main. Infinite Gacha has been noticed by their superiors. It's a rare type that's never been seen before. So I figured the main could be the master. They are responsible for monitoring. But after a while I realized Infinite Gacha is just useless. Even my stats are normal. Rather than weakness, they concluded that the master is not the master. And after the use value is exhausted, of course I have to kill. These people blame their superiors. We should make a final decision sooner. It's enough to see it so weak. What it takes to waste time to follow up. Sasha. He felt light even though he wanted to draw master's blood. I don't understand these words at all. I want to know what master and superior mean. Drago, you're revealing too much. Garu, even if you say it all, this guy is like a fish on a chopping board. They like to kill as much as they want. They want to deal with Lai right now to avoid detection by the other party. They were ordered to root out the weeds. So kill. That's what it takes to cover up information. Just finished. Garu rushed in with a light claw on his cheek. Lai won. Until the blood flows. Then he realized they really want to kill me. Young men tried to escape, but this was the abyss. Wherever you run, you will be attacked by monsters. The elf also shot an arrow through her leg. It hurts him. The werewolf who heard the cry was excited. He's always been interested in hunting humans. The team agreed. For the cry for help, or the cry of mankind, sounds very happy. That's why Garu does not want to stop immediately and continue to fight. Ask Fly to cry. The Dragon Clan leader impatiently asked to be removed as soon as possible. They need to create a fake scene that man killed by monsters so that no eye would suspect. That's the name of the wolf. Thank you. Having fun for us. So we'll respond by stabbing it quickly. To not feel the pain. The young man was terrified. Try to leave because you don't want to die. There is a family behind us that needs us back. I wonder in my head right now, why did you become raw like this? I want to live in such a peaceful way. At the last minute, in the unconscious, he's activated the dungeon's teleportation trap. It seems that God is not perfect Lie's way of life. I helped him move to another location before being stabbed. After calming down, you should ask yourself where you are. If a monster appears, it's over. I think of my parents and brother and sister. I miss my family very much. The original image when I met the bastards Kier appeared. I thought they would be treated well. Who expected it to be like this? Life is an asshole. When you give people a chance, you take it all away. Happiness in the end is a lie. They use your innocence to lead you to the dungeon and hand out what a master is. He doesn't understand. And the leader of those powerful people is AI. It's still unknown. He doesn't want to die here. He wants revenge. You have to kill all those bastards. But now the smell of blood is coming from you. He's attracted a giant monster. Its level is 1000. Mom, why am I suffering like this? Mythical level threat monsters appear here again. There's only one possibility. Where he moved to. It's the deepest level of the dungeon. Facing a monster that no AI could ever overcome. Lie still wants to survive. You can't die like this. There's no way to fight back. The only thing that should be there is infinite gacha. After activate and press continuously, the young man succeeded. Unleash the ultimate potential of grace. The bright light, it radiates stronger than ever. This is the first time he's seen this. The monster sensed the danger. Immediately plunge into the black for it. Rewards this time. Enchanted Getting is a girl with absolute power. In the blink of an eye, the 100 level monster has been made to fly. After cleaning up, look at the owner. You need to wait for orders. But he's hurt too much. She took it upon herself to recover. He said he couldn't stand the sight of his face. My son is hurt like that. The rescue was very surprising. Both parties then introduced the names of men. That's noble. My sister Kier calls me a maid. The only way to live yourself is to follow in submission. The owner swore allegiance to him. If you ask her name, she is at level 9999. Card that yeast medium gacha is extremely rare. Only summoned through infinite gacha. Men find it hard to believe because they think it's a useless skill. But the cloud wants to use the survey to check the hidden index. In the main mail, her unique skill is in the inspection. I'm sure you'll find out how gacha works. Infinite with eyes at level 9999, which must be very difficult. The clouds are strong enough to see through the strong cover. If not at her level, maybe no one can see gacha. Infinite rewards will be given depending on the concentration of magic power. There's an extra card on top of her. The rank is determined by the magic power. And because this is the last floor inside the dungeon, so even in the air there's magic. That's why it's all gacha. It's because there's no magic on the ground. With the current index of yeast, if you meet a monster, you will die. But I'm here now and I won't stop. He later told me that he had been attacked by the bastards, tricked down this place to harm. They see humans as a useless race. Physical pain. It's nothing compared to the pain inside the mind. To be fooled so. They want revenge. And I can't forgive those people. The clouds hugged the owner. To feel the pain, she spoke with her strength. It's very easy to punish the Kier scoundrels. Just like commands. They will bring their whole head. Come here for him. But this kind of revenge is too pleasant. He said they tricked him and killed him. But in the end, it's only because you're too weak. So I want to be stronger, to avenge yourself like that. I heard that, the maid agreed. I will support the owner in this. And then his plan of revenge begins. About 3 years from now, since Lai knows how to use gacha indefinitely, the right youth, they built an empire, to myself in this dark dungeon. When it comes to its harem, it's called it. Many don't tell. So, for building castles and countries for all to be born together, like people on the ground. The clouds were annoyed by the other maids. Every time I see the owner, I get excited. Lie. I think it's because they love me that it doesn't matter. Outside you can see the shops. We're still working hard here. The problems the logistics people encounter is solved. Fast forward 3 years. so the number of people he called raw was greater. It's especially important to mention the key members. Of level 9999, the first cloud is Azuki, who's in charge of mapping and exploring the ground around the abyss. She's considered a monster-taming genius. Ellie is dedicated to developing new magic to help men. The most useless of them is probably Nazuna. In terms of melee fighting talent, no AI is equal. But apart from that, nothing can be done. He thinks small stupid. That's the atmospheric expert. The couple then went to see a man with a level of 7.777. Jack is also known as J97. He did not leave his son, but called his master. The real name makes the clouds unbearable. G97 is the one who trained Cholai. Past time. In training, they will fight hard. That way you can be strong. Jack has a body harder than a diamond. Stickman's punch. It's about activating the internal blood vessel. It can be saved. That is, let others help. It is highly likely that the old men will die. I can tell you in the last 3 years, the level of yeast has risen tremendously with. At that time, the full Nazuna is still patrolling the castle. The 4 maids nearby also asked if they had white hair. What are you doing? She asked the boss to give her the task. It's a little important. Those of you who hear that are very good. Make Nazuna very happy. These 4 maids are quite scheming. So cheated Cho Nazuna. Go to a restricted area to patrol. They can also make excuses. Follow without fear of being scolded. When I knocked on Lai's door, suddenly clouds appeared. The blonde asked her what she was doing in the master's room. So he's training with Jay. 97 should probably not be here. She pretended I was cleaning my room. Nazuna believes it when she hears it. Ask about how the bed is so messy. It looks like that AI was here. You smell it and you're banging your feet. The clouds are pretending. That's my unique way of cleaning. Because it's a secret, I can't tell you the details. The fool Kier believes in her praise. Of course, he was summoned by the owner. The first is very harmful. I am so lucky to be the stupid girl, so I wasn't exposed. Nazuna, then give a colleague a message from the 4 maids. They're against monopolizing the men's room cleaning. He asked for permission to join us. Finished listening. The clouds are hot when someone wants to confront you. Because this is a matter between myself and the maids. Other spirits. The clouds also deal with it. Give Nazuna some silver coins to buy candy. My son loves to call when he has a job. After the gray hair went to the city to buy milk cake to eat. This time Azuki is back. This girl is like a cat. So always meow. Ask about the forest investigation. Around the abyss on the ground. I know it's done. 2 idiotic friends don't know what they mean. Thought Azuki. When I met some strong monsters, Nazuna also asked me to fight. All those summoned before. When it comes to strength and appearance, white hair. I should advise you if you have anything. Blue hair sounds so annoying. He told me all the work was done. You idiot. That's funny. I thought I would go next week, so Azuki could only sigh. After going to the throne room, Nazula shouted out to heaven. But I don't see anyone answering. This proves that everything is normal. For the silver-haired master also stroked the throne. But because this woman is so broken. The angel's wings. A little stupid though. But Nazuna still knows how to deny responsibility. Then run away. Jack asked for a break. When you feel that fighting is enough. Both took a shower and praised the way the men moved better. Even in this abyss, there are few who are strong enough. Be his opponent. So there's almost no AI on the ground. I know that there are still strong people on the ground. So it's absolutely not subjective. It's also about taking revenge on the bastards before. The cloud side went to the 4 maids to scold. She asked some people. They must have understood why Sao was called here. About the monopoly protest. The cleaning of the master's room was done by the chief maid. Reject those who are afraid. Still trying to find a reason to fix it. What makes the clouds upset is that they dare to fool the little fool. Nazuna goes to give a challenge. The 4 maids whispered. I know every mother is like this. They can also guess which day. Clouds are also on the bed of yeast to inhale the fragrance. But Kier is too autocratic for Ra to do anything about it. Was that? He was forced to clean the hallway to the throne room. It's been a long time. The way to be a maid is very difficult. Especially for 5-year-olds like them. So we need to try. Outside. Now Nazuna is staring at the equipment. I met Ellie here. She asked if she was craving candy. The gray hair pointed towards the glove. Eli said, the work the owner gave me is done. Should be new back. It's not like a stupid Nazuna who just walks around. I was so excited to read table 9. Chapter is over. 1 + 1 = 3, 2 + 2 is 6. After listening to her friend hear empty words always gray hair. It's not a normal idiot. It's a big idiot. The 2 sides keep arguing. Tell us what makes the owner happy. Eli said that this time he would be alone in the room with the yeast. Then sleep till morning. Naive Nazuna asked to do the same. Because I'm a child. This little girl doesn't understand. What is Mrs. Kier's intention? They said Eli was good at magic but bad at melee. If it's hard, just tell me. No, if you can tell me more. This girl is useless, so the blonde gives up. About the 4. The maid is extremely upset right now, protesting against the maid's monopoly, but also punished. Especially extremely jealous of the strong clouds. Even if it is poisoned, it will not hurt. They want to clean the room for the owner. People like to smell. Pervert, especially if she wants to lick the melee plate she uses. The sisters talked about the past. The maid is always with the owner. 3 months after she was summoned, Azuki just called. Then there's the rest. The men and women were together. I'm sure something happened. I was curious about this when the clouds came in. She told me she happened to pass by. I see they're cursing someone. Ask them to explain what that is. The 4 maids continue to find excuses to get away with it. She also told me about the past. The owner is dedicated to training. They don't have time for themselves as they think they do. I came here to reduce the punishment, because that was a little too much. But there's probably more work to be done. The 4 maids thought the 4 SAO could do it, but was rejected. There's time here to curse people. They had to clean all night. To touch the wings of the angel do Nazuna. Break it before, then it falls again. All 4 of you were shocked to see this. The picture took a while. And the unsubs in the break room. The next day, Lai went to the 9th Society. Nazuna thought party to find herself. Let's say last night's wish came true. Azuki is stroked like a cat. It makes the 2 people jealous. Eli invited the owner to his bedroom, but can't. At this moment the powerful monster before appeared. Lai doesn't stop shaking. I feel stronger when I'm faced with a hunting dog. Hell makes it remember old memories. Immediate proximity. It's the wind that threatens the monster. It's just a trained dog, being rude to the owner. They all want to destroy it immediately. It was blocked by the south. The creatures are also afraid of these people. Should have been encouraged by Lai. This young man knows even if he's joking, just allow them to kill the dog. Hell is lost, so every order given must be careful. Because their prey has bitten the fish, so we're going to start planning our revenge now. Garu was the first son of a bitch they wanted to kill. He and his men are hailed as kings in the town. So happy too, after seeing a person who is sick trash in his town. Garu immediately spit in the face of the enemy to look disdainful. Into the pub, the boys praised all the words and were also fed together. After completing the previous mission, this guy's made a lot of money. That's why we had other dogs. It's the SAO of the ghetto. He's also the best candidate for the sheik. To be like this, he said. Know how to use so-called animal intuition wisely. I mean, use your nose to sniff, see which jobs are dangerous. Any work? Ever since, he's always doing it to get good deals. The boys talked about the council about 3 years ago. Unfortunately, Garu can't say that. Because it's a state secret. The wolf is still there. The mission was awesome. You just have to deal with a guy who's suspected. Master alone makes a lot of money and status. I can't find it after the live broadcast, but definitely dead, because no one can live there. It's just that countries are still busy right now. Search for the key or master. His instincts knew this was dangerous. It can't be attached. At this time, the beautiful maid of man was there just like that. The wolves took her to the floor. That 3 years ago sold Cholai. Garu very pleased. You are about to enjoy your body. Peach branch of the girl. It took months to get the clouds here. Turns out she cheated before. She's a servant loyal to Lai. On the other side is the one who carries the noble lineage. At first the son of a bitch didn't believe it. But Kier lied so badly that she bit the hook. The clouds said they went everywhere to find the owner's whereabouts. And it's only recently known. The main male joined the nest. Adventurers and perished in the abyss. That's why I'm here to ask someone who's been there. Take me away. For the money, you will be paid 3 gold bars. The dogs were shocked to see this. And Garu is skeptical. I didn't expect Lai to be of noble descent. But even if it's a conspiracy, the little one, humans can't do anything about themselves. So he accepted the contract and said it wasn't for the money. Lai is a valuable partner. Take him to the place where he died. Worship is of course. And so the clouds play worked. So now we're all in a dungeon like this. Think of the scene of being butchered with an attractive body. Excited again, after arriving at the place where Lai was betrayed in years ago. The pain of the clouds made them think they were small. Naive Ray cry. It happened so suddenly that year, I couldn't save Lai. He kicked his eyes at his juniors to block his way out. But now the clouds don't have to act anymore. Maid. The girl talked about the owner being betrayed by his own teammates. In a dirty place. Dark price. Like I could get to him sooner. I didn't let that happen. Lai won't get shot in the leg. And his teammates, there'll be no chance to hurt him. When you hear this, hurry up and keep your distance. 3 years ago, few people knew. Ask her who she really is. Sigh or a spy of another tribe. He called himself a loyal servant of Lie. That's only if my dare to insult the title of chief mate. We'll tell them what color the dog's liver is. The clouds use their colorful eyes to look at the dogs. This pressure has scared everyone. Even though the opponent is a human, this girl was originally sold and sold. Who expected it to turn out like this? At the right time, Lie was present and asked the maid to stop because of the Garu. It's my prey. The rest of us don't know men at all. Who is the only one who remembers? In the last 3 years, his body and face. It doesn't change anything at all. The young man laughed and said hello because he hadn't seen him in a long time. He told me he came for revenge 3 years ago. The opponent laughed because the men were still alive. Let's say a human is only level 15. What the fuck can you do? Until this moment, he doesn't realize that death is near. That if he dared. Don't blame your face here. If you kill him, he will become a monster. Chief beast. So let out a sigh, whether you're alive or in a relationship with the cloud. They need to think a lot. He admitted that little Kier was scary, but still just a human. In fact, all of his followers are on level 130. I didn't say much more, and the dogs came in and bit me. The end was not unexpected. The chief maid, please light to heads, dare to turn to the owner. I am something that cannot be forgiven. Thanks for listening to, girl. Then ask her to go outside and block the exit. The rest of you still don't understand what just happened. Still trying to calm down. Those little guys are just sneaking around. Just like last year, these dogs still see humans as a race. Inferior and weak. Garu boasted about his current level. It is 158. It's because of the difference in levels due to the characteristics of each tribe. The difference is that people are despised. It's always become raw them. They don't recognize human power at all. Hybrids try to get their brains to understand, but it's useless. Even though the Kier's 2 heads proved the ability of Cloud, Garu still thinks they use magic items. So the whole gang came in to eat black. It's much stronger now. Immediately knock the whole thing down. Scratching pain too breathable, not out of breath. Ask if there's shit on the ground. The dog eats shit. The Kier name is Spicy. He called Ra the demon fairy to destroy the man. And just like that, another dog showed up. Kier creatures have a level of 500. And the evil master of the dogs. I'm so bored I don't know how to comment. It's obviously level 500. But the Kier creature's sense of ineffable weakness. The fork requires the young men to kneel or crawl on the ground. Like 3 years ago. Save yourself with these guys. He dropped his weapon. They will let them attack at will. Hear that? Kier gave the wolf the ability to launch great techniques. Destroy the purple energy that shoots straight at the Lie. Cause a big explosion. Extreme attacks from level 500. How can people stand it? As soon as I finished, I felt safe. There is absolutely no scratch. He thinks that the last blow was just coloring. Not strong at all. Seeing this, the dogs started to shiver. He can take damage from level 500. It means hybrid strong on this level. It's the main male's turn. He took out the card of the real legendary beast. With a level of 9,000, this is a very rare card from the original fairy. And then a beautiful wolf put it on. Glittering fur appeared. We should ask him to destroy the little wild dog. There immediately. At level 9,000, one breath is enough to defeat the enemy. The fake fairy has been smashed. The rest of you are terrified. Lie called. In fact, I can also kill demons. 500 in the blink of an eye. But take this opportunity. I want them to see the power. The male lead also showed off his current level. That's 9,999. Made the Garu let go no longer intend to resist. Normally, people only reach level 100. This is terrible. So let's say, Lie is not the previous Lie but a fake. Because the shape hasn't changed since then. The young man said this was the effect of the immortals. Use it so that the body does not develop further. Like that? It's not that revenge is going to be more interesting than SAO. It's also about not forgetting the day's grudge. They know they're not men's opponents. Garu immediately discard the honor of a dog to his knees. Spare life. He said he was only following the orders of the state. What about today? That's what the dogs do. After listening to the Kier bitterly scolded for being betrayed again, he asked for clemency before he betrayed him. Both sides have good memories. Listen to the young man's request. Everything he knows about the master. And in SAO countries, looking for someone with this title. Garu does not know but only follows the instructions. Until asked why. Why do you deal with someone who is not? Even a master like me can't explain it. Ask them if they know anything. Everyone raises their hand. The end is to get a ticket for collective logout by Cloud. She's a good lie detector, so the guy who barks is going to heaven. Seeing this scene makes you even more afraid. Then ask about the, with my current ability, we can start a war, with the countries on the ground. Let's use his sense of pride. It also warns about the judgment eyes of the clouds. I can see through it all, so don't expect a bark. The dog is afraid to piss. If it's just him, it can't be against the whole country. No matter how high the level, but there are 3 SAO members who can resist. Country have accumulated weapons and magic items over the years. So Lai was happy to hear that. He thought he was right. No matter how strong some people are, you will not be able to defeat a nation. So they moved the hero back to the palace. In front of him right now, it's the whole elite force that Lai recalled in the last 3 years. As soon as he walked in, everyone bowed. Sitting on the throne, it asked people to raise their heads and open the status panel. Turns out the terrorist numbers are coming out. When you see this, the fur of the Garu, I'm starting to turn white because I'm scared. Men's last question. It's with a force of this size. I can win. Before the nation's on the ground. Kier admits that it's entirely possible. Finished listening, very satisfied. I will reward him with despair. It is worse than death. Until this moment, Garu, I realized that they had created this monster. Everything will be destroyed depending on the mood of the main. When asked if he wanted to be a god, Lai called it NDTO. But it depends on the fact that they're superiors. Hide. You can become a god or a god. With infinite gacha, you can give wealth, death or death for anyone. Let the world answer the question. What will we become in the future? From now on, the operation on the ground has officially begun. As soon as he returned, he immediately ran to find his family. In his eyes, the whole village was destroyed. There's no one else but cold bodies. The greatest consolation for me. I couldn't find the bodies of my brother and sister. He believes that the 2 of them are alive. I will try to find it again in time of vengeance. Burying people in the village. The young man was urged by his golden brother. Come on. He doesn't want to sleep outside. The first day on the ground like this. Nemumu also had to scold for a fight. Dare to say that in front of the owner. Ask him to remember to use honorifics. Gold doesn't like that. Because the honorific sounds very rigid. It's not intimate at all. She said that if she could be with the owner, she would. Lying in the mud is also willing. Gold said so too, and will offer golden loyalty to its owner. This is the spirit of the Golden Knight. However, if you can find a comfortable place to sleep, it's not better than SAO. So he spoke up. Find a hotel later. First, go and collect 10 pieces of information that Nem thought the village was attacked. It is also related to the case of the suspect himself. Master something. There must be a reason. It was so bad that they came this far. Just think about it. Blood boils again, radiating I can't believe the world is really bad. I will burn it with hellfire. Gold asks young people not to shine close. Air in the middle of the road. Unfortunately, that eye passing by will die of the pressure. Lai agrees and then releases a card called the Clown Mask to wear despite losing my parents. He remained calm to seek revenge for them. That's 3 people. They flew to the nearest city for information. Gold reminder Nemumu. Don't call the owner's name anymore. Let's call it by a fake name. He used a code name Evil. If not change the name, will be recognized by the members of the council. The first thing to do is to raise the bar. With this evil name. This way you will get more detailed information. Thanks to the Adventurers Association. In front of them was the Dagas, so they had to get down. Walking and flying like this is so striking. Underneath by chance, some people were attacked by the dwarves. Nothing that has ever seen this makes Min uncomfortable. Gold was also discovered due to his body sparkling too much. My colleague is out of words. Nothing has been revealed like this. The robbers threatened to kill the Kier. If you don't do what they say, let them be robbers. I didn't see the day I met Lai. The 2 people who were saved were glad to say they were cool. Because of the convenience of the road, they also put Ba in the car with them. My brother was excited for the first time. I saw the people defeating the dwarves. In the blink of an eye. Compliment your sister and uncle on sparkling cool. Lord Nemumu is much stronger. It's highly likely that they're going to the Dagas. Kier's friend predicts that Ba is an adventurer. Famous. Laughing and laughing. We haven't registered yet. So I'm going to register this time. Then start upgrading. Dagas is a great choice. It's at the south end of the Dwarf Kingdom, bordering the Human Kingdom and the Elves. There are often disputes, but there are countless dungeons in this place. We should be able to gather the majority of adventurers here. After arriving at the Lai Gate, choose to walk down. Connell also recommends calling when support is needed. Let's go to his inn. Step inside. Nemumu is quite surprised at the city on the ground. Gold reminded her not to look around or get lost. Because this is a city of adventurers, they sell weapons everywhere. The Wolf Kingdom also developed through forging. So there's nothing strange. After coming to the party, they saw that there were a lot of people here. It's just that when you see another tribe, you have to stay away. The way we treat people here is the same. The lowest of the races. After registration, they have to upgrade from the beginning. So Nemumu, it's unacceptable that the owner is F-rated. She asked for you to win the news class. But not recognized. To bind hands with this little Roman has bowed sorry. Go outside and cry. When you are so stupid, you make the owner humble himself. Gold also teased her even sadder. Later they went to the Anchor Flags Inn to rest. To your father welcomes you with joy and says whatever you want. He said he had some selfish desires. It's renting the top floor for a month. And don't let anyone walk up to that floor, not even your employees. Money doesn't have to worry, but they did not take from the benefactor who saved them. Please consider this as one of my requests. So take it. He said he would meet all the requirements. Be careful with the live stream, using the silence skill that comes with blocking magic power, so you're not afraid of being overheard, or other magical items. So the two of you can just go home. Nemumu talked about, I understand why you need to act like an adventurer on the ground. But no matter how strong he is, there is still a possibility of an accident. I don't think we need to take care of it. Let us. Finished listening. Angry, ask if she's trying to steal her revenge. The gas came out of the room and shook the building. Kier knelt down and apologized for being out of duty. Gold is nervous. Laugh so the owner is less hot. He is a man. Even if it is dangerous, it still has to be done. The fact that the owner wanted to avenge himself was admirable. Calm down. He also apologized for worrying about me. But you're angry yourself. Nemumu dare not blame. I swear to be faithful again. The way they do that is by kissing their feet like that. It means submission. Lie. I don't like this kind of thing because it keeps coming back. Gold feels the same way, so she's not mad at Kier. You said that scene looked like shit. The pervert is crazy about the boy's legs. The next day, they started going into the dungeon to raise their performance. There's a lot of people lined up outside. This is a good dungeon. Gold and Nemumu were praised by others. On the contrary, Lai wears the mask of Ra, which scares them a little. After a long line of Ra, there were no elves. This is probably because the two countries are in dispute. If you have an Nemumu in the back, just press the grapefruit on your head. That should make him a little nervous. I will protect my back for the owner. There were a few people standing in front of Chan. According to the bearer is the servant. The name next to him is full of holes. The guy with the big weapon. The human children also want to say something about the Chan case, but I was afraid it was the dragon. Finished listening. He asked the others to get out of the line. Being told that, the man asked if he knew who he was. He naively said he knew something new. Even if you're a high-status guy, the less you should act shamefully. Gold laughed and praised his master for being right. Nemumu also asked to leave. Two people so incompetent they don't understand. That sounds too harsh. Kier plans to draw the sword. But it was stopped. It's not good to mess up here, so they have to leave. See the scene. Everyone around us applauded the Kier people. Compliment them on how nice they are. They always look down on people. So people are happy that people like that get insulted. For Kier kids also thank you for being afraid of getting into trouble, so dare not speak up. Tell me to do it for my own good. One then asked the big brother, see if the armor is real gold. Everyone here is curious about this. Nemumu hurriedly called out that it was fake, because gold has a low hardness, so making armor is pointless. Gold also said the color is worthy of his direction. It can only be yellow. After learning that this is the first time a group of dungeon, the four of us mentioned something to keep in mind. Each level of this dungeon is very large compared to other dungeons. That's why you have to bring food, drinking water, things to get ready to sleep a few nights. Thanks for listening to this information. They actually have an item box. Ra doesn't need to bring anything, Theo. But it's best to have a camouflage bag. Into another dungeon, outside the abyss that makes them feel strange. To solve the mystery in the dungeon, you need to analyze the core. But even Eli couldn't understand. So even having Nemumu here is useless. They only know the deeper you go, the stronger the magic. The power itself. It'll create things like monsters and traps for the dungeon. The environment here is very different from the one above. It feels like a new world. To start exploring, take out the CSR card to hide presence and flight. Thanks to the label they have, you can see the whole thing from a distance. That's how you find your way to the next floor. It won't take time. Right below was the one who had been scolded by the group of elves. He pulled out his sword. Slay all the monsters around. This guy calls himself the genius of the elf nation, youngest to join the White Corps. He carries the blood of heroes and heroes. And yet they're despised by humans. Follow Christ's advice to be calm. Their target is the umbrella on the 3rd floor, so there's no need to spend time with these minds. Kier wants something to vent about. He's at 1,500, but he's not satisfied. I haven't seen a promotion since. So I went to the dungeon to fuck fam. The evil one understands his heart, because he was also expelled from his homeland. Because the studies aren't recognized, it will definitely help find a way to get it up. So don't worry, that's why they work together. In Lai's place, he defeated all the monsters. The next thing to do is to collect 10 magic stones as evidence that they conquered the 3rd floor because you're all dirty. So he thought it would stop here. Nemumu excitedly screams, "We'll clean people for master. With astronauts, they can easily return without spending time." Gold is quite surprised that there is also a sunset down here. I was flying when I spotted 4 kids this morning. The other 3 are on the front lines, while she's in the back using magic. The gobliness opponent was weak, so he was defeated very quickly. Land down. Reminder. Don't just focus on the enemy in front of you. Cap behind. They killed a snake trying to attack. If you let Kier get hurt, the squad will break down. Once again, the kids thank you. But right now, the men sensed that something was approaching. A dangerous pack of wolves suddenly ran out, but ignore them. They seem to have been born. They are threatening to find a way out. Like this, a giant mantis appears, put everything in danger. To face a monster that was supposedly destroyed from 15 years ago, a group of terrified young adventurers ask Mia, use magic, something to find a way to escape. They don't forget to remind themselves, let's run before it gets worse. But Lai asked innocently, if they want to run, give me the Kier. The 4 of them didn't understand anything, because I have to run away. 4 Leem Mantis then plunge into attack. The Golden Brother stood out first. He's a heavy fighter. The power of gold is not in question. Not seriously, but the Mantis is strong enough to fight back. It's horrible not to get hurt. Nemumu is that he's just making excuses for your own weakness. He also launched a magical attack. Watch Sao. The missile was fired but was thrown back. Those guys are shocked, especially if you know how to use magic. Excited to say you've just used your combat license. Because the Kier don't know how great it is, so don't understand. Take this opportunity. Gold said he'll teach them how to fight. With sword and shield. If they are strong enough, they can use it. The shield breaks the opponent's defense. The important thing is to find the time to fight back. The shield can also be used to attack. The sword must be swung when the enemy does not expect it. In creative combat is an extremely important factor. To see this scene, you just realize that your brother has gold armor. Not just showing off, it's also very powerful. Next is Lai's turn. He kept releasing the rocket. This time it was controlled. They fly down from the sky. So the Kier monster couldn't help Mia. One more time, extreme shock. No one can control 30 arrows at the same time. And so the mantis claws were smashed. Without the weapon, the animal immediately turned and ran away. It turns out it's smarter than they think. Men must create a firewall to stop it. See for yourself these wonderful miracles. My sister Kier has lost her temper. I thought the monster would die. But it still wants to struggle and flutter its wings. Nemumu was ordered to finish, also jumped up high approaching. She's an assassin, so it's not that hard. So the 4 Leem Mantis is cut into small pieces. Gold is not satisfied, the kind that makes her mad. Ask him what he means, and he'll cut everyone up. If it is like this, it can be sold. Recognize the problem. She screamed because she forgot she was an adventurer. The 4 of them are amazing, with the fighting power of 3 people. That knocked out the mantis, 4 Leem. Thanks to the kids, they also obtained a large magic stone. With this, you can prove it to the society. Promotion. When asked if they were celebrities, it's a no. We are new to the industry, so we are in the S class. That sounds ridiculous. And it shocked the 4 because of them. I thought they were our S rank party. Gee, mine. And then use the magic to create clean water. Let everyone wash their hands together. Thank you very much. Invite the others to use it. Humble young man. Thank them for using their precious magic to create water. On the other hand, the 4 of us want to see a group of men here. The chances are high that they're all dead because it's getting dark. So the leader invited the 3 of them to camp. Recently to rest. It will be dangerous at night. And most of all, his sister wanted to hear more about it. I can use a lot of magic. And then we all sat down and ate pot of stewed vegetables. I told him my parents are magicians. He also praised Mia for practicing magic. Red hair can't even use it. What do you say to tactical magic? To communicate. Let your 3 brothers tell you the details of the levels. Combat grade magic is a single shot type of magic. The tactical level is to create the same firewall as before. The kind of magic that affects the world. Similar to tsunamis and earthquakes. It takes a lot of magic. Only by chanting together can it be created. For the dragons, elves or ghosts don't say anything. But they're human and they don't even need a mantra. It's true. So much so that Mia thinks he's the living legend of the gold people. Listen to that. Admit that your master is great. The other 3 are not about magic, but I'm sure Nam's team is good. I hope one day you will also achieve tactical level magic. Because Small received an invitation into the Magic Academy of the Principality. But back there, China was founded by 9 races. Its original name was the Kingdom of 9 Clans. Unfortunately, their parents died and they couldn't afford to go to school. Now you have to find a way to make money through the day. Fortunately, there was some help from 2 childhood friends. The goal is to make money from the dungeon. Let my sister go to school. Mia simply needs to be with you. Please don't take risks for yourself. See this scene? I remember thinking about my sister, so it was fun. He's encouraging. They'll do it. Be praised so small. Kier enjoyed. Ask if SAO's group is registered as an adventurer. He also told me. My parents died in the fire. You need to find the medicine to cure the burn. The other two were grateful to him, so they followed him. Half of this is true, so they believe it. The funniest guy in the group then want to know, is Namumu in love with Gold? She screamed that she was crazy to stab this yellow guy. At the same time, Christ is killing monsters. Receive praise from Yan. This guy is not happy. Asking to go and hit the high-end stuff, more worthy of the sword. Name Theo. They say this is necessary for research. Next time they will come together to find the people. It would be more fun to do such a core. Move the scene to 2 weeks later. I'm back at the resource fair today. You are welcome as boss, because it brings back a bunch of magic stones every time. So much so that the other tribes looked at it and were amazed. Their reputation has increased thanks to the event of the destruction of bedbugs. Namumu is still not satisfied with the current class of the guild. For the owner, he thinks it's all wrong, because you can upgrade slowly. I'm going to the dungeon. Some people came to ask. Namumu, wary of being called a group of black clowns, asked them what they want. You know that's the name people give them. It took him and his team many years to get to the 5th floor. But nothing. The rookies got through, so I'm a little suspicious. And yet they're all human. I just want to say something encouraging. If they grow, they pull the whole thing. The reputation of the people. I can see myself as the face for everyone. Adventurers are here in the future. Just finished. The people of the other clans look disdainful, thinking that defeating the 4 Lee Mentis is just a lie. Into the dungeon. Go straight to the 5th floor. I met a group of kids here. This place is very large, so I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Thanks for last time. Mia gave it to the male lead. To burn medicine my grandmother died teaching Cho. It's not something precious. Maybe it will make him more comfortable. The young man was glad of the lie. To receive gifts again. In return, Lai took out a special bracelet. Mine. I will treasure it as a treasure for the rest of my life. Namumu asked the owner to give away the CSR items. Is it okay to pray with your hands? Poor quality drugs cure SAO can be compared with. Lai thinks it suits her, doesn't it? Calculate the value. Make small miracles out of a strong will. Very suitable for Mia. That's why he gave it to her. On the 5th floor, the surrounding space is snowy. 2 men. I had to ask the couple to help me hunt. And he used teleportation to his castle. The 4 girls are still waiting for the owner, so they are very happy. Asked about his adventurer's plan. I know it's very convenient. There are also interesting meetings. And feel the kindness of people. When he asked about the progress of his revenge plan, Eli, just a little longer and everything will be fine. Praised Blonde very happy. Lai allows her to use whatever she needs to carry out the plan. Azuki was looking at the primeval forest. The cloud maid continued to manage the abyss. And Nazuna is too stupid to fit into the elite plan VI. So he just asked, white hair here protects everyone. I will listen to you and promise to do well. Blonde don't know if you're okay. Their next target for revenge is SA. So the South is looking forward to it. Her desperate face. Back to the dungeon. Right now. Your party came in the morning to encourage you. It's on the 3rd floor. The 2 of you are still talking about magic-powered users. The little girl's strategy who saw it with her own eyes, so it can't be wrong. This means that the young man is a hero. Or a fairy tale hero. They both look forward to. That could change the current racism. Here then went to deal with his sadness. I found out that my teammates were killed. Christ goes out without thinking. He trampled on the bodies. Asked the other person to act. But he had to choose to escape. To get the news. Hidden in the smoke. I thought I was going to get away and get caught. The other guy also stood up, unconscious to bring back for research. The dark elf thought Keto shouldn't have killed everyone like that. The experiment was a total of 7 failures, so it took a lot of people. Also promised to pay more attention next time. But anyone who loses their education will cut them all. At the Adventurers Guild, Lai's group is now asking to be promoted for having made many black victories instead. My sister Kier refused because recently, the club has helped them move up from F to D. Namumu. I don't want to follow the rules of the association because you have already passed a standard. I want to be promoted to S class. The receptionist is awkward because they just signed up as adventurers recently. But if we can do more good, we'll put a way to rank higher on the inn. Lai looked at the wanted sheet of the adventurer killer. With this mission, he can be promoted. If you find the target that's raging. It's just that the guy's identity is still unclear. There's absolutely no information. Namumu thought he had to call for more aid from the abyss. It will search faster. The killer of adventurers is all about people. That's why Lai doesn't want to ignore this. Just as the sentence was over, the teleportation gate opened. At first I thought it was the enemy, but it turned out to be Mia. In a state that couldn't be worse. The CSR ring is also broken. After finishing the work, in your mouth I'm still talking about. You have to tell the guy what happened. So he uses recovery. Read the little girl's memory quickly. Back then, the four-man team was warned by some seniors about the adventurer killer. Because the victims are people, they should be careful. And if you meet someone you don't know, warn them. So the four of them hurried out of the dungeon at night. But Ra is also tired. Ra is not even halfway there. At this point, Kido and his friends came to visit. I don't think these people know about the risky killer. Fake should have warned. After hearing the name, Kier also acted like a real thank you for everything. Then say the Ra. We've got to cover it up better so we don't get caught so fast. I don't know what happened. The dogs showed up. Kido sees them as insects worth crushing. Until the kids realize they're the adventurer killers. It's too late. On deviations in strength and too large a level, the brother then asked his sister to run and tell him the news. So the other three of you are running into time. However, the elf was too strong for them. All three of them were cut. When I saw this scene, I cried and couldn't do anything. Pushed into a 1,000-pound situation hanging here. Even the one who says the least has to scream. Ask her to run away. So the two of you stand up and fight. This makes Christ uncomfortable. It's down to the end. He always looks bored because if he kills, he is dead. Take it back as an experiment. That guy doesn't care. Anyone who fights back will kill them. At least there's a human magician. It's imperative to keep the subject alive. Kido is still playing with Kier. But the dark elf refused. Listen, you son of a bitch want to enjoy yourself. She was afraid to ask not to come near. Enemy, call yourself a hero or a hero of the future, so feel honored to be embraced by the elves. It's not such an honor. Threaten for little fear can do nothing. Right now, brother woke up and urged him to run. I can't believe this guy's vitality is terrible. He asked Kido not to be killed to go back and experiment. You know you can't win. But still tried to smile one last time to calm her down. When I saw that look, Mia turned her head sadly and ran. Elio is trying to buy time. This makes Kido. It's annoying to have to take those stubborn people alive. The young men remembered the teaching. Gold, be creative, and be wise in the fight. Use your head to annoy the enemy. Shield to sword defense too. Attacking it is not wrong but also not quite right. I realize this. Elio continues to use the sword to deceive. And the handle, the shield rushed straight into his face. Of course Kido did not react in time. On the contrary, Elio laughed contentedly for succeeding. Humiliated by a bad boy. What is more bitter? So he used his technique to stab through his body. Don't be evil. Ask him to chase her. Because it's an important specimen. Mia was running when she was stopped. The dog is proud of his skills. Explain that you can create a clade of swords, free to control them. That's the power of the elf nation. Legendary level swords called grandiose. He said bugs like them can be caught anytime. So let's give up. But Mia, calm down and use magic. Respond not to spare the effort. From you shooting ice magic. The girl kept running but couldn't. Kido constantly calls himself a hero. Mia stuff. Say the name. It's only for the strong and the kind. As the answer, you're just the kind of person who bullies the weak. This hit him straight into his mind. Because of the elves, many people have said the same thing. That's why she was expelled by the White Cores. Mine continued to scold the object as Type 7 defeat and cowardly. He doesn't care anymore, just attack. She prayed to live to return. News for the devil. That wish has come true, thanks to the main male CSEL ring given Cho. Read all those memories. The blood is boiling, and I ask the two of you to hurry up. Back to the dungeon. Evil is trying to recover. Elio to retain the experimental specimen. Kido came back to see if Mia was here. The dark elf was shocked to learn that Kier had run away. When asked why, the guy called. That girl suddenly disappeared into thin air. High ability to carry moving items in person. Ethnic people. It's impossible to own that kind of precious item. The situation is getting worse. If the adventurous society reports to the female elf nation, it's kind of like this. The grandiose they stole will also be exposed. The White Knight Order and the hated Captain Kier are coming. I heard those guys are all at the 3000 level. They're not fit. They also have powerful weapons like grandiose. Just thinking about the prospect of being arrested is Kido. It's not acceptable. Calm down. Please be calm. Because if the experiment is successful, it can overcome its own limitations. Let's get out of here first. What's black for them? When Lai was present, even though it's at 1500. But Kido didn't feel anything at all. He looked at his two dead friends. Pray for them to escape. Elio was saved by Gold, who was still breathing. Lai also used full recovery to save him. At the same time as the bastards. Why does it do that? They didn't do anything wrong. These four people are still trying, living in a world of difference. They treat you like that and they steal your dreams. Their wishes cruelly. So lie doesn't want to spare anyone. Don't worry. These people are not ordinary. So I tried to lie. Black instead that lie doesn't work. They should know that the girl they're after, it is being protected. And don't worry, I won't tell the association to deal with Theo. The law of the forest heard that, laughed the Christ. You just need to kill Nam. He called himself a hero, like her scum, but also knew how to play high-haw. They're simply prey. No need to report to the association. Let these bastards taste 1,000 times more pain. To live is not equal to death. I swear by God that I will kill you all. 2 men were ordered not to interfere in this battle. And so the battle begins. Christ confidently slashed thinking it would be done in a black blow. Instead, it was stopped, and the evil was astounded. The dog elf continues to attack, but it's completely ineffective. It's about a human child taking all the damage from legendary weapons. It's ridiculous. Gold judged the owner's opponent no different. What are pigs? You just plug your head in. There's no technique. 2 bored lie counterattacked. Cho handed out the lunchbox. Young people encouraged the spirit of competitors. Tell them to try a little harder. Just like this. I accidentally killed him. You can't call Christ a hero anymore. That sounds very spicy. He used his sword skills to attack the weapon. This is very special. When you can shoot out all kinds of attributes. Namumu guess it's enhanced with magical effects. However, for a lie it is not worth worrying about. He easily dodged all the blows. Even if you're approached from behind, you can't. The human race fought with the elves. It's a myth to hold a fantasy-level sword. He thinks Lie is a warrior, not the magician that he seems. The young man replied that I was a magician. But the enemy doesn't believe it. Go to hell with this fool. Their owners don't just use magic. It's got a lot of other abilities, and he unleashed thousands of ice swords. Without remembrance, it has the effect of suppressing other attacks. The city of Ra, even if the magic came, was erased. Lie's magic is absolutely overwhelming compared to the elf magicians. Attacked in all directions, but he can solve it. It asks if the opponent is satisfied and not finished. Kido can't believe it. I was struggling in front of a human. He calls himself a hero. He's the owner of the sword. The previous master finished listening. I was shocked that he knew about the master. Ask him who it is. Then he laughed and said that I was the master's blood. That's why it's called the master. After the Kier fool claimed to be a descendant of, Master Lai ordered 2 of his men to change their plans. Immediately caught alive, these 2 sons of bitches went to the abyss to investigate. And then do whatever you want. Golden Nimumu received orders in front of the dark elf. But he was not afraid. Because I brought 2 very powerful products made by myself. This is the result of his research. When bringing a lot of organisms together, it's mainly humans who are mixed with demons and all kinds of other ghosts, thanks to which the battle power of the 2 Kier monsters has increased sharply beyond the limits of species. However, the weakness is difficult to use a lot of people. That's why he's hunting people like he is now, serving for the purpose to create more powerful experiments. Listen to this lie. Extremely boiling when people blood are more despised by them than trash. He asked the dumb son of a bitch. My mouth stinks at the same time thanks to 2 people. Hurry up to free the Kier specimen. Dark Elf finished. They also launch attacks with absolute confidence. However, Namumu and Gold were faster than before being touched. I thought I had rescued the victim. But not yet, because this is the kind of thing that's made of different things. So this kind of resilience makes him Dark Elf happy, because the specimen itself is too good. On the other hand, Kato was under constant attack. The battle is taking longer than expected. From them Namumu. I think if you keep fighting like this, it will be tomorrow. So you have to be stronger. Gold agrees. He also wants to free the soul inside the creature. There quickly. They thought they had won and asked them to surrender. We'll consider. Show. I am so disgusted that she just wants to give it to him. So they activate the skill into the weapon. It's called the death penalty and the death penalty. After slashing 2 specimens, the experiment was no longer moving. The Kier bastard didn't realize the problem at first. Until I see the monster I made. It's burned so badly that it can't be regenerated. It's too late. Namumu directly kicked 2 marbles in his pants. Make a funny sound here. After this, the bastard fell unconscious. Gold asked if it was too leggy, but Mrs. Kier doesn't care. I think I'll have to clean my shoes after I get home. You touched this son of a bitch. Lai is still joking with his opponent. He constantly provocatively asked Christ, why not fight anymore? This guy is so despised. It releases power from the sword. To kneel before this ultimate trick. After the enemy came, Lai dodged. He recognized the sword. There is nothing divine there. The sword's body had a lot of magical effects. All attacks are meaningless. The girl sees these tricks. It's too much and it doesn't work. If you can show it to the kids. What to punch? Lai herself felt this as a joke. Keto does not believe if you hit one blow, the results will be different. I heard that Nam took the initiative to give him up by standing still in the field. If you are a good provocateur, cut your father. Too angry, Christ put all his energy into the next blow. Contrary to expectations from him. Even though it hit, however, Lai has no injuries, simply because he's too strong. Things like this don't age. Young men allow the Kier to be comfortable. After a heavy shock, he still tried to punch, but nothing came back. It's starting to get scared. Ask why I wasn't hurt. This is the sword of the elves. But again, playing here is no longer fun, so Lai has acted. Just give it to the elf. These 2 shots are in place. He was punched in the head. Keto still doesn't understand what's going on. The male lead added that he won't kill them right away, so don't worry. And after experiencing enough pain, please be dead. Listen, you son of a bitch, Kier. Get on your knees and pray. At the same time showing off the future. I will be the next leader of the White House. Course. If men want to know anything, they will answer it themselves. So don't hurt me. I asked him not to resist. Always consider yourself a hero. But in the end it was so weak. Maybe a hero, no matter the circumstances, you have to stand up and fight. And the most important thing is not to give up. Elio Gimra Woody in the face of death. Stand up to protect Mia. From them. Give him one more chance. If you get a scratch on my face, you will. Show. If you're the hero of the future, do your best to stand up. I was afraid to pee and bleed trying to escape. I thought this was just a wild dream. It's not real. The end of this stupidity is to be born. Foot piercing. It hurts. The elf dog is screaming like that. Up to this moment, man, it's confirmed that he's a hero. It's just a name. Scum likes to bully the weak. As for the 2 who died, they're going to go to the abyss to be buried. Elio, who is lucky to survive, will be returned to his sister. These 2 sons of bitches are lying like dogs right now. Ask about your fate. Lai did not hesitate to say they will have to give out all the information. When I remember the first time we met, if men had done something about these 2 earlier, maybe the death toll will go down. So he releases the teleportation. Take it all to the depths of the abyss. After knowing that this is a house of man, the 2 Kier were shocked. You should know that this dungeon is called a dungeon, the most difficult conquest in the world. Nimumu saw that the dark elf dared to doubt this truth. Stop for a few shots. That cheery cry of Tai attracted the 9th quarter quartet. Welcome back to the owner. The other girls too, and ask what those creatures are. Lie. It's a crime that killed a lot of people. At the same time, doing experiments that discussed a victim's body. They know information about matter. It should be investigated. The 4 girls immediately changed their faces. If you want, you can make them regret it. When you were born, for people like this, death is too easy. Let them atone for their sins through suffering. It's the ultimate. Should agree. But before that, we had to get all the information, thanks to the quartet. Restrained until then. Gold continues to treat Choelio. Nimumu and I are going to bury them. Christ with peace and evil blame each other to forgive life. Hear that? The man asked if the previous people prayed. Can you forgive me? And what do they do when people beg like that? That's my answer too, so let's call it a little. The next day I went back to Mia. He recounted the case. He went to the prison to arrest the murderer. Harm adventurers. As for Elio was saved in time. Lai then gives back the hair of the remaining 2 teams to the girl. Look, the child also understood everything and cried out. I sincerely thank you for saving me. After seeing this, Lai left because he could not stand it. To the Adventurers Guild to announce that they were promoted to C rank. He asked if the mission was to arrest the murderer. It hurts adventurers. It was so easy this time. My sister Kier called. Just confirmed they're a pair of elves. That's enough, party. We saved people, so we're very confident. A few days later, the brothers got better. Elio wants permission to go home. I have to thank the team again. About the future, maybe they'll give up being adventurers. After experiencing a sense of loss, I don't want to see the same thing again. The most important thing now, it's taking 2 dead friends home. Mia promised she'll still try to learn magic so she doesn't have to see you again. I asked if that day would come. Then he nodded and said they would meet again. By the time morning came, the brothers were gone. Gold knows he's worried about them, but he won't. For Elio and Mia, I will definitely find my own way. They're all hard-working people. And the next time we meet again, Lai wants to take them to visit the graves of 2 Kier friends. The main male is back to hear the results of the investigation. The girls are waiting to report. Eli used band. The trick is to get into the heads of 2 Kier bastards, information from which to get all the important things. I'm going to master that keto. It's a common term to call those who are blood to the master when it's easy to get promoted. If you leave the master, there's a possibility that the world will be destroyed. Listen, Lai, surprise! I wonder if one person can destroy the world. Because this is a fragmentary memory of Kier. The two girls are not sure. If the Clouds and Eli could not investigate further, it's useless to keep those two. Ask them where they are enjoying. Inside the torture chamber, out of use value, so Lai directly saw off the two evildoers by feeding the heads one by one. Then there's only the screams. Blonde then let the owner know. Revenge plan for the next target. It's going extremely well. Just a word from the yeast and you're far away. Elves will fall into her trap. First they'll control the white cores. People who are supposed to know about matter. By chance her fiancé. Sasa is a deputy so he can be used as a decoy. That sounds great. Lai must give praise to Eli. At the same time, Cho started his revenge plan. Move the scene to Sasa. She's telling her fiancé Michael about the case that tortured Lai. How to just need. Just thinking about it, they were excited. Then, these two guys have something in common. They like the expression of the clan because it looks fun. About the live part. Looking forward to seeing her again. There for revenge. A few days later in the Elf Nation, the enemy of Lai, still dreaming of marrying Michael. Her nurse feels like the two of them are a match. No, the lady is getting married. You need to prepare everything well. Right now, the carriage was stopped by a human slave. Maybe because I'm sick, so he can't carry heavy loads. However, the elves still did not hesitate to attack the work request. This is not uncommon in the Elf Nation. Because the people here are just seen as trash. Some people have called people useless. Then I saw the familiar picture of Lai. Unconsciously shocked, she ran to check it out. See if that's really who I killed. But when you run to a dead end, you can't see people. I thought I was looking the wrong way. When I turned around, there was a message. The male lead sent her an appointment at the giant tower. She was so scared, she screamed that the servant didn't understand. Turns out her status and her destiny it is also earned by completing the task of killing. Live in the past if he were alive now. It is likely that we will lose everything. Mention bonus and engagement to Michael. Stand from above and look down. I'm very pleased with this expression. Eli asked the master to give it to me. You will make the enemy. He goes from one suffering to another. Let her feel desperate, to the extent that life is not equal to new death. So there's a plan to avenge her. Far from officially starting. Move the scene to the white cores right now. The people here are very strong. Even the youngest child loves to use it. Here's pastime people. And as two of the oldest members. There is another father. I really like big white grapefruit girls. How Essay has fun with women. It makes another member uncomfortable. By the way, he also asked the captain about Kito's case. Stupid enough to call himself a hero. He shook hands with the dark elf to steal his sword. Was that? He's also a wanted criminal for high-risk murder. Fake again. The funniest thing is that he was beaten by humans. And then missing. The top looks like you want the white course to deal with this. The orange-haired guy is not satisfied. It is said that Christ is a former member. So of course they have to deal with it. I heard that the sound of mute is serious. And then he yelled at the two boys, shut up because of the noise. Tell them to deal with that person. Shieldin, like you said, this is the slave we bought. What is our right to do? Then I turned around. Sick guy likes ratbirds with human women. So the two sides argue and the mute tells them to stop. For him, humans are weak creatures. Keep it for a while and then kill it. We talked about the beautiful death. It's better than living in pain. I advise you if you keep thinking. One day you will pay. It just happens to be an argument from the three sides. This made the captain very angry. The gas he radiates, it makes the rest of you sweat. And has ordered not to torture that thing anymore, because it would blunt your killing skills. Mute, too one-sided thinking will hinder the task. The essay does not need to wait and knows what to do, so let the slaves log out. This makes the girl scared. The name Kier sees Allow the lover to rest. The captain also reminded about playing with the tribe. Some people think this will affect the blood vessels. In history, the elves inherited the most master blood. White Knight, it's made up of sub-masters like them. For waking up that blood. Safet think outside. Mute raw, the others have stopped growing. That's why the captain asked. Don't mess it up, sub-master blood, having fun with people. Kier said he won't make the product. So please rest assured, I just want to make fun of the other elves. There is a feeling of jealousy with the way that human beings try to live, how to not be thrown away. It's very interesting to hear that, the two boys said. This guy has a sick hobby. On the task of removing the stain of Christ. It will be delivered to them sooner or later. Even if it's a he was still a member of the crew. So they're going to solve this on their own. No matter who, you can't tarnish the queen's honor. More. That night Sasa was awakened by a loud noise. In the elf kingdom, a giant tower suddenly rises. And this is Lai's point of happiness. Written on the previous paper. The one who did this is Eli. The stage is ready. You just need the actor to step on the stage. The show will begin. Move the scene to the next day. In the forest near the giant tower, the train carrying the human slaves was attacked. It's a creature that doesn't exist in this place. The driver was scared to escape. Leave the children in slavery. News of monsters appeared on the way. That made the elves another annoying. The female elves are trying to investigate the giant Kier Tower, but there don't seem to be enough people. That's why it's important. Reward AI for important information. In the south right now, he's in a dangerous situation. Taking this opportunity, Nimumu wants to get promoted. Where are you? To elves come to you. We're on level 150. Follow is the best. Nimumu can't act at all. So she sent her mother away. My master can only be this person. He has to apologize. Let her be your precious partner. So it can't be given back. That sounds like a guy who's going to attack. The end is the lightning of Lai. A warning to the whole crowd. Blueface, their reputation has been quite popular lately. So many people have known. It's called the Black Clown who moved here from Dagas. Everything is going according to Lai's plan. The rumors about them will continue to spread. Move the scene to the Watchtower team now. After discovering the 3 elf sons, he's using a human girl as a sacrifice. Azuki acted by giving the monster 1,000 to tear them apart. 2 soldiers witnessed the scene. The guy in the middle is scared. The end for them is the snake's head. The slave girl's part was forgiven. Azuki's subordinates take the child to safety as ordered. The little girl was suddenly saved. I don't understand what's going on. Ellie then asked her where the job was. Azuki meowed as usual. The signal is good. This is the first time. Small control large numbers of monsters on the ground. The blonde is afraid of being stressed, but it doesn't seem to be. Though it's done. The big sister thought this was the owner's test. If the judgment of evil and good is likely to cause consequences, Azuki can understand. Other members are afraid of making a mistake. That thought was read by the cat. I want to make sure that it will not cry. No matter which way the owner chooses to go. We just have to do what we want. It's about living and giving him enough. Other things don't matter whether it's raw SAO. Eli didn't know what to say. The result is scolded. He is a judge of the owner's mind. This is enough to kill yourself. Threaten like that. Mrs. Kier also didn't he ask if Azuki thought there was. You can win me. Just like that. And it gets worse when you're both burning out. Lucky right now, subordinates have reported on taking the slave girl to a safe place. The others were also brought to this place to start a life. The cat did a good job. Eli was reassured to leave for part 5. The players are getting upset right now when you see people being used as bait. So they need to help people in need. As much as possible, move the scene to the distance. Right now, she doesn't know what to do to get to the tower. Go to the forest. You will face a level 1000 monster. If you let the white cores go, it will reveal that Lai is alive. So there's only one way to get there and kill. Once again, be assured. The next morning, something to do with the giant tower. He worried the prime minister. I don't know what the power inside is, so he offered to send the white cores. Ask the captain what he thinks about this. He thinks his offer is too absurd. To mobilize the white cores without other information using a sword to detect mud. If that's the case, use the blunt sword. This is to confirm his position. This is normal every time a meeting happens, so everybody's familiar with this scene. The mediator is always the queen. She listened to HD's words which upset the prime minister. Until the end of the meeting. He also scolded the Kier people for being based on air. The queen is the mother of HD. It's natural to stand up for your son. Even if you say it's a stupid mission. She was worried that her son would be in danger. He also reminded his mother about it. The prime minister is seeking to abolish the queen's regime. She's not worried. I know my son will cope. The problem is the giant Kier Tower. If it's strong enough to shake, moving this country is very annoying. The queen's idea is that the demon king has returned. If so, it takes the power of 8 nations to destroy it. But from there the brave people will also be born. This is what they don't want at all. And the one who becomes the demon king is likely to be madder. You must capture or kill that person. It will not be a great danger. Hardy had heard about a candidate who was Lai. But according to reports, he wasn't and was killed. This guy sees people as pests. It needs to be removed cleanly. At the same time, Lai is preparing to register for the mission. Discover the giant tower. The elves were bitter when they saw the black clown. There's another character they didn't expect. This is SA. She asked the young men to stop. The two guards were told not to act, so they stayed quiet. The enemy wants to confirm the men's faces. He explained the mask was to cover the burn. But she still wouldn't listen. Just drop that mask off and see if it's lie. Really not. It was very painful to see her again, but she cheated on me. Try to stay calm for yourself and your team. He changed his face. Let the enemy not notice. It feels too far away. Asked to cover that dirty face. Curse the main male. It's better to die. After listening to the two subordinates, Theo is extremely bitter. I still enjoy it because the fun is ahead. Virtual face burn. Made from a mask, they are perfect for fooling the enemy. Gold first met to recognize that Kier was mean. I blame myself for 3 years ago. It's pathetic not to see through the ugliness of Saza. They all went into the forest to do their jobs. He was chased by 2 elves the day before. Nimumu follows in pursuit of revenge. The good male lead try to warn them they're going to die. But they're not afraid. But still trying to chasing to fight. Shortly after arriving at the meeting place, the 2 elves. He also came to lie because he had given such advice. Nimumu and Gold also showed contempt. Fools think they're pretty good. But being stupid only destroys itself. 2 elves. They believe that people who have to die are right. Too tired lie asked Mara processed for fast. Originally, the 2 of them didn't know the danger was coming. Keep on pooping your mouth, cursing the black clown crew of all kinds, until they feel something behind their backs. It's too late. Another main subordinate with level 7.777 was present. She laughed when being killed lost teach this Mara. Use the monster's arms to eat them. Even if you ask for forgiveness, it is useless for your sins. Flying through the sky. After a fresh meal devouring people's homes. I also have to apologize. I always have to ask her to take care of the trash. The girl laughed and laughed. Even though they're not very tasty. But because the owner is 10,000 or 100,000 people like that. They eat themselves clean. Even Nimumu with Gold was also disgusted by her abilities. Soon after, the 4th quarter of the 7th quarter was full. 2 color-haired girl confidently said, "For the owner is the reason for Ice's life. My head and everyone." The other 2 in the 7th quarter are Jack 97 and Suzu. They are glad to see you again. There are still many adventurers around. They're headed for the giant tower, so we'll all have to move to another location. You can't use an astronaut. Ra has to walk. Ice had also asked her to lead the way. Suzu couldn't answer. The gun in your hand speaks for you, because the owner is shy. Lai is not to blame for understanding this personality very well. Along Gold Road, have a conversation with Jack. I can't believe you came here in person. Father Kier called out the fireflies. I've tried that. I can sit still. Gold is glad to hear this. His name is Jack 97. Reality. The 9th quarter quartet has offered to let their team go. Lie. As soon as the owner's name is said raw, all the girls in the front reacted. Dare to call it that. So they're going to make sure. You find it deadly. Ask if anyone looks at their teammates like that. Dad laughed and understood why they were angry. So also explain. Now the whole family is together. Make Kai tired. More. I don't want them to always be in a hurry. Jack, that it's guys like them that are isolating sides and squeezing. He behaves just like the owner. Ask them if they're going to impose that wish forever. Then being a brother I won't ignore. Finished listening. I must intervene not to let the internal quarrel more. Tell Jack to stop provoking people. And the rest of us shouldn't have an opinion. How to talk from him. Finished though, Nam. Main. It still feels a little heavy to be with these people. So you have to start talking to your subordinates. It's been a long time since Icehead got a chance to show off. Should I wear armor? Every little day. You've got to learn how to be a maid from the clouds. Mine. I advise you to remove all your maid clothes. She refused because she had an owner. How can you do that? Jack also asked his son. Have you been practicing well lately? Gold called of course and was invited to practice later. The most worried person right now is Suzu, the little gun. Constantly advises her to talk to man. Will not be eaten by Melanam. I also asked Nimumu, see if she's really a girl or not. Because that's what it looks like. At the time of recalling her card that says bisexual. In the tower at this time the high-ranking subordinates waiting for the owner to arrive. I saw that your eyes lit up. He returned to his normal form. Compliment everyone doing very well. After getting inside, young people find the space here quite large. Although not Eli. Triggered that it's already so big. Blonde hair insists no matter is physical or magic. They can't intervene from the outside. On this mission, Eli even specifically called his pet. It's a huge dragon with fighting power. Cannot blame. All. And then teleport to the top floor to relax. Young people sit up the throne to hear people present the plan. Revenge. Eli also expects others to listen carefully. First they'll celebrate Sas's wedding. To the royal family with a gift called revenge. But just like that, it's a little bit less. So the blonde added something. They will use the most powerful force of the elf women to test. She wants to know what those guys are capable of. To wear, and then capture these people that made the elf woman. The final weakness is to demand that the country obey. At the same time, provide information about matter. This tower will become a base of operations, so that the owner does not get tired. Ellie created his shadow. Asked them to do other tasks instead. Lai was very pleased because she was very attentive. Right now, Azuki is also luring you away, so there's nothing to worry about. Outside right now, she's with 2 teams. We've discovered a monster. I know I can't eat this kind of food, so Bud did not dare to move. The monsters are acting right. Keep luring her closer to the tower. And being a guest, so as soon as we get there, we'll have Eli's pet. I saw the giant dragon in front of me. The enemy immediately turned to the shore. This is too dangerous. At first she wanted to solve it herself, but now I have to ask the white cores. The question is how to kill Lai without being discovered. Sitting on the throne, we're monitoring Sauce's every move. When she returned, they guessed. Next, the white cores will come. The strongest Abyss will confront the most powerful force of the elf women. Eli, I think this will be fun for the owner. That night, I went to see the queen to report that I found the dragon and other very powerful animals. The queen was a little worried, because if it's a dragon, this country is in danger of being very destroyed. High side General Key. It's now the same report from the Black Clown group. They've reported on behavior before the left of Christ, so he's extremely confident. This is also provocative. Leader HD probably won't sit still. Not when you know this information, because he risked his own life to investigate. He also accepted it here. Send people to the Kier Tower to see Sao. At the same time, he claimed to defeat that dragon and shed light on it. The mystery of the giant tower. Back to the room. In the distance, please let me join the dragon slaying team. He agreed, but on one condition. She wanted to borrow something from her foster father. Without it, with the level of small, it just gets in the way of other people. Understand the problem. She then immediately went home and talked this over with the Earl. Thanks to that, the next morning, I was with the members of the White Corps. She was assigned the task of guiding. I am confident that I will get everyone to safety. Her husband also said she'll do it, because of the 500 level that saw the deputy has a patriotic fiancé. These kids also admire it. The 2 boys talked badly about Kier on the Prime Minister's side. The captain's name doesn't really matter. So it all started to move. Without realizing that every action is being taken by the magnification of Sasa images, I saw she was following the trail. Left the day before. Everything is going as planned. This makes Sly. I am afraid I am waiting for my own revenge. He wondered if the enemy would attack raw. How pathetic his face is. Back to the other side. Follow the remote guide. The whole team has simply approached the tower. Michael also showed concern for his fiancée. Make her happy. We finally saw the White Tower. Right in front of you. They were surprised by this place. I don't understand why it's possible to build such an architecture. And then the door opened. The monsters controlled by Azuki also went out to explore. A total of 5 appeared, so the White Corps isn't too worried. Ask your boss what to do. He asked me to ignore the whole thing. The target is a dragon, so there's no need. Spend time with Kier. Out. They've hired a team of adventurers to make sure. Another soldier right now. There's a pink signal on the other side that leads the monsters. Sing away, then ask for total attack. Inside the tower, there will be creatures stronger than dragons. We should ask everyone to take precautions. He also uses his quiet skills to infiltrate. SA lost all sound for the first time is also a bit If you're panicked. A person who's been in this space for a few minutes, I'm going crazy. And then it all goes forward. SA is a little worried. Everything's going according to her plan. Find and kill Lai. Inside, Eli also expects his master to enjoy revenge. Right after that, the people over there have stepped into the teleportation Separate trap. The squad. Go everywhere. They are all strong, so they are not afraid. I hope Mrs. Kier can come to see me. Because of her, he's the most important person at this party. But again, after being transported somewhere else. Girl. He was not worried because he had a fiancé by his side. I don't know if it's inside the tower, or they're trying to climb the tower to find out. See this scene. I am very pleased that the fun has begun. I hope the owner can wait, because it will take some time before they get here. The scene moved to 2 boys who lost their teaching in the White Horse. The soldiers like in Kia were greeted by the 7th couple. Look, at first glance, they rated these 2 boys quite weak. Nothing is strong. Mine, he asked to be beaten alone, but Icehead wouldn't let him. Who's the victim? Why did you steal from me? Because Mara despises the enemy. The woman next to me reminded me too. Even if they are elves, no matter how low it is, silly things are still cheated. It was as if he had just finished and attacked first. Member of the White Corps. Carries the waking blood of matter. Being considered inferior is not acceptable. The 2 girls are calm. avoid the attacks. The opponent doesn't realize it at all. Differences in level and strength. You want to turn these two into toys? At the same time, on the SA side, the transmitter has
Someone
realized
should ask to
appear. Suzu and Locke go out, surprise him that there are beautiful girls in this place. He started to flirt. Ask the lady who is lost, or let me escort you. Kier's small gun. That's right. Sorry, nerd. About how my partner rarely talks to me. The enemy recognizes the gun as a weapon of wisdom. It's also quite surprising. He also introduced himself with the owner, but advised the opponent not to remember because he's going to die. Safit sounds so exciting. I want to know how strong the lady is. Suzu found this guy extremely perverted and made a disgusting face. The gun said his companion. I only like black-haired boys. Be kind and cool. Guess what GIA is? Being exposed is like it. Suzu has banged give the gun a fight. See the scene. SA mission. Make a boring face when you're dealing with a pretty girl. He then created a stealthy crossbow to shoot. However, Suzu responded with a bullet. Elf boy. It was quite surprising when the opponent caught the invisible counterattack at the same time. Back to the Mara. And this shit they're constantly projecting. That's two boys you call squirrels who can only dance. I heard that Kia and Nia activated the skill of creating attacks. Hit with the wind. Cut to the girl to hair colors. It's quite surprising that we have a bit of a knack. It's a squirrel, but at least it has claws. However, they still avoid dangerous attacks. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The scene moved outside the giant tower. Two-headed monsters are threatening to take risks. Fake human. Saw that Lai's Sao stood out to support. Gold and Nimumu are the same. To deceive others, that they're having a tense fight with monsters. The monster then turned and ran away like a dog looking at the right sea. Lai saw that. Ask if this is part of Eli's plan. The blonde says she has nothing to do with it. They just act on their own. Back to the exciting battle. Two kids are constantly attacking. But it didn't work at all. Shit. I guess we won't be able to keep this up for long. But when and as I said, you can beat this size for half a day and not be tired, so that two girls can dodge them. Hundreds of wind blows at the same time. Of course, this trick made it difficult for the 7- Take the opportunity they have to avoid. The Kier guy fired the gas. The other guy approaches, cut off one of her arms. That's fun. I want to cut off Icehead's leg. But it's fun. Not long ago, Mara stand up like nothing ever happened. The woman next to him also looked 7, because the other two are much weaker than they imagined. Like and Shield still don't understand what they're talking about without even being able to touch myself. Mara brain. They said they hadn't cut anything just now. Hands and feet are still here. She then made a horrible scene. Eat your arms to grow new. To add to the fun, Mara also splits the whole back Kai Ra show muscle. She laughed and explained, our bodies are made up of countless creatures. Even if you lose your head, it doesn't affect the rest. Tell her, this is a very rare card Chimera of level 7777. Don't look down. Icehead is a 7777 level ice firefighter. The other two thought it was impossible because they just avoided all the attacks. Two color hair girl size, because I don't know how to explain it. Opportunity shield and Az continued to throw the wind blade. However, this time the members of the 7th quartet did not shy away. Their bodies are so hard. These tricks are completely useless. Even when slashing straight at people, it only makes metal sounds. VA touch this means no defense needed. They're good enough to sell to the two sons of bitches. Too scared, they immediately ran away. Wondered if they were pretending. Mara doesn't care that much about ending this. She made a shield to cover all the damage, while Ishes used the fire system to attack. At the same time, on the Suzu side, they are also playing their prey before the final action is taken. Rival, this little girl who only knows how to run, is also excited to chase. His stealthy arrows have a very evil trajectory. I thought if I hit it, I would kill it. But not small shy. It's just dirty. There's no feeling. SA mission. Then I told her to leave my boyfriend Lai. Walk as hard as my sister. You should live happily in your arms. I will be happier. The gun told Kier to run away. Saying that to Suzu is like committing suicide. The girl is boiling blood right now. When the enemy dares to mention the owner's name, the two of you are looking for a way out right now. But not multiplied. That's a lot of ice head. Radiating LAN up to here. This heat is enough to burn them. We had to build an ice wall to protect it. In just 2 seconds, the ice melted. See that? They have to constantly roll out this skill to cool down. Black at the head. The ice head was serious, so the elves didn't stand a chance. The flesh also burned, and very quickly. Nia and Kia couldn't take it anymore and gave up. The name of their comrade here is no better. After pissing off Suzu, this girl shot thousands of bullets into the sky. Everyone is ready to attack. Locke, you have to tell your partner to calm down. The girl's name was later tasted as well. What it feels like to be chased. The bullets consciously find their way to the enemy. He couldn't run, so he chose to fight. However, the bullet went straight to him. Instant pain laying out the whole body. Kier's gun is unusual. Of course, bullets that shoot out also have an effect. Just like that. Essay's body took hundreds of bullets like that. It made him scream in pain. On the Kier Eye's side, the head is also afraid that killing the prey will make the owner angry. So a little worried. Fortunately, they're still breathing, so no problem. Mira thought Mr. Eli's magic. It worked. It's highly likely to fight in this space. The enemy will not die. That's why, Mira, I want to play with them a little more. As and when I pray for your life. They were asked what they did when they were writing. Please, according to Mara, guess they're going to kill people slowly. It hurts, so I'll do the same. The weak have no right to choose how to die. The Safet is in one place. That can't move. Suzu saw that and kept stomping on this bastard. Locke must advise the partner to calm down. It's not like we're out of stock right now. But more than that, I have forgotten the task of power testing that the owner gave me. You can't be scolded like this. Suzu cried when she was like that. I watched the whole thing through the live screen. In the distance, I'm still going to this room. So I'm not in a hurry. He's looking forward to seeing her face. What would it be like when I see myself? At this time, and the mute also met the opponent. The man who appeared was Jack 97. He introduced himself as a hot dog. Ultra rare card level 7.777. They laughed because they thought it was a show. The most ridiculous lie he ever heard. Jack doesn't care if his opponent believes it or not. He said he didn't like to bully the weak. It's good if he surrenders now. Mute finished listening. When the guy in front of you is lying, Jack asked to use an autopsy. Or you can't use it. Provoked Mute plunge into the axe attack. Different from the rest, Jack didn't act out. He just took a beating, at the same time disparaging the opponent to slowly. You see, Mute used all his strength. Tell this to your captain as well. The struggle is over. It's probably 97 simple. With a quick snap, Kier has flown away. Until this moment, Mute just starting to realize maybe the opponent's words are true. When you reach level 7777, but he still believes he will win, to save more for the female elves. Jack knows his salvation is to destroy the human race, rather than letting them live in pain. In general, this guy is a hypocrite. The Mute then trades its life for the axe to grow stronger. He wants to dry blood with Jack in the next blow. You see, my brother is still standing. It's interesting like this. This guy's ideals are miserable, but at least the determination is real. I am as serious as the two-man combat. Jack's flanges are easy to block. The attack was exchanged for a lot. The life of Kier. It didn't stop there. He's fully armed. And asked me to discharge 100 times more gas to strike back. Watch Sao. The enemy has no choice but to keep trying. However, there is no attack that is enough to cause damage, and so the battle axe was simply crushed. What is wrong with this guy? But Black let it meet the super hard opponent is trash. He punches every shot that his opponent rolls out unconscious, always without Eli's magic. There's a high probability of flying. The opponent needs to be dealt with. Next is the captain's name. The one who was sent out was suddenly the stupid little Nazuna. After the introduction, I am the strongest in this place. The White Knight Order doesn't care. The white-haired man had to ask if his uncle was deaf. Enemy then calmly replied and agreed to fight. So Nazuna is very pleased with Hardy, the strongest of the elves. The owner told him to find out. See how strong you are. Finished listening HD. There's a little surprise, because I think this naive girl is formidable. But there is also an owner, so it should be even stronger than that. But for him, it doesn't matter who it is. HD is extremely confident in his fighting ability. You idiot, Nazuna told me to be ready. Just jump in. The opponent is not in a hurry. That are observing to assess. Nazuna decided to attack first. He fired a shot from a distance and broke her people's swords. The captain of the White Knight Order is a little bit more without Eli's protective magic. That idiot still doesn't understand what happened. So we're going to poke at the crumbling body. I don't see any reaction. Nazuna was sweating because she was afraid of missing someone. Ellie on the side watching. Give this stupid girl a fight. Because they always break down walls. You have to know that this tower is connected magic with her. So when it's hit a lot of damage, the power of blonde hair is also affected. The 4th floor has been enhanced. Higher endurance than other floors. So when it's broken this way, Eli's going to expend a lot of magic just to make it right. I'm sorry to hear that next time. Not anymore. 2 members of the 9th quarter think if you stay as stupid as you are now, Nazuna will not be able to help the owner. It's about trying to control the power. Don't fight by feeling. This time Hadi, he suddenly used magic to heal his wounds. Nazuna showing surprise gets her. You said your magic saved his life. So don't break the wall this time. Let me light my hand. Sing then sorry for belittling the cry. From now on, we'll do our best to fight like two warriors. I realized this guy was hiding something, but no matter what, it's no match for Nazuna. And then Hardy used the skill of silence to weaken enemies from the inside out. When he lost his hearing, his white hair was stolen. Number more, this guy's sword is also very special. When you can resonate with the skill of silence, creating a magic sword to avoid unintended consequences. This guy wants to do his best. But the surprise happened when Nazuna picked up her sword again. The opponent thinks the small is quite smart. Even using a sword can't stop you. And Nazuna simply thought, if you don't use the sword, you won't destroy Eli's wall. And that's directly fast forward to straightforward for the extreme. Flying against the wall, the strongest chief of the elves continued to be unconscious. The second time I saw that, the fool was happy. It is easy not to use a sword. However, in the end, she was scolded for the fight. When I say don't break it, I mean don't damage the wall. Smash like that. It's no different than cutting through like just now. Nazuna has tried hard. She was scolded and also cried. Calling the blonde a tough auntie makes Eli bleed. You can see them like that. Even Sao has captured the target. It should be considered as atonement. So the blonde asked her friend to quickly clean up the body. She must also apologize, master. Next time I will teach you a fool how to control power. Lai has to ask if she's a Sao because it's drawn a lot of magic. I was watching the battle just now. Suddenly the blonde screams, the legs are shaking, 7 looks funny. Azuki then alerted the owner because the precious guest was about to arrive. He asked them to welcome that person. Outside the golden door, Michael and Sasa are assessing the level of danger inside. This guy is pretty confident though. She said she's here, so the Fiank doesn't have to worry. The automatic door then opened to welcome them. The one sitting on the throne also sent an invitation. She recognized, that's the man in the mask before. This is the time, young man. No more hiding your identity. Call me directly because I haven't seen you in a long time. The opponent is a little stupid yet to realize the required problem. So don't start talking to people you don't know. The man still laughed and recalled the old case. Your grandmother treated me very well. Then remove the mask. The camouflage made her panic. Hi, after 3 years of not seeing you. She asked me about the burn I saw. And the whole body is the same as Lai's. He explained that the burn was an illusion. This body is not growing. Not to forget about that day. Michael then asked about candidate matter. The fiancé said, Lai recounted being trapped in a teleportation trap. I was transported to the deepest part of the world. Instead of dying, I survived to be avenged. Like today, this place was built to serve that purpose. The name next door is now laughing out loud given that Sa is my lucky god. This is a good opportunity. Let him earn his place in the palace. What about man? Matter. You just have to kill and hide it. In general, just bring back the technology of the tower. There are other things that will clean up. Sounds like a reason. That's why Kier has regained her composure calling yeast a worm, so he calmly asked Eli for help. And Azuki absolutely can do it. He promised to give them a wedding gift called vengeance. She made a disdainful face. Because you know people can't be strong. I have now reached level 500. In addition to bringing treasures. After the activation, the giant angels dance. It appears that this is a treasure. Passing on the Count's illusions. The enemy immediately launched an attack. I also highly recommend these types. Then responded but was blocked. The weapons the angels use are hard. So we each have a feature. He's using a shield. He's playing melee. If injured, they recover as normal. Far away surprised. The main male also showed My current level is 9,999. Michael thought it was just. There's no way that AI is so powerful. This idiot thinks Lai is using some magic item to attack. After listening, he continued to attacking with all kinds of different moves. After controlling 2 angels, SA continues to play the flute to recover. Because this treasure doesn't consume magic. It's too annoying. He's directly teleported to the front to destroy it. Michael was able to stop it with his shield. Not only that, but it also surprised Lai. The opponent said this shield is also the Earl's heirloom. It's called Blessing and Punishment. In addition, it can increase the number for those who are considered allies. Thanks so, the angels were released with higher power. SA is confident that this battle is over. Since it started, the hybrids couldn't overcome their defenses. Listen to these words. The 2 subordinates of Nam Main are quite spicy. Still have to stand out. Sighed. And then laugh because the pair of Kier calculate raw also fit. He then wanted to show them. What is desperation? It should also be a little more serious. People are afraid of something. I advised the owner but couldn't he? Lai then lifted the first level spirit seal. That's how the tree became a god. The power must be called terrible. He's always sealed the power. Keep it until you meet the enemy. In this state, the young man is extremely confident. Move forward without defense. The enemy started to panic. Let the angel attack. But it seems that even angels must despair before your skills. He stabbed me with a lance. Each of them destroyed 2 angels. Michael knows that weapon is dangerous. Ask your fiang to end this soon. The lance then caused the enamel hand to burn, because its power is terrible. But if you get revenge, the young man wanted to trade his arm. It's not cool. The archangel was later called Ra-Sa-Sa, asking it to use its holy attribute to attack the. See the scene. Michael is extremely eager to get the Kier treasure. They're saying goodbye to the sheep, but nothing happened. The elf began to fear. Every time she lets the archangel attack, are all swallowed by the darkness of delusion. Lai laughed proudly to threaten the enemy. Ask not to come near. She's like crazy when all the attacks don't work. He encouraged his opponent to try, just a little more fun. With the power of terror from the lance, it is easy to destroy the hope of the enemy. The weapon he used, it also affects the equipment. Summon the angel again. Immediately the trumpet on the far hand blackened and broke. They surprised them. Both men were surprised. When my lance just needs to power up, it was possible to erase everything. Michael asked for an explanation. For illusory grade weapons, it can't be destroyed so easily. Answer that stupid question. Male Main said that the lance god Bao Minia belongs to the creative class, the highest level of weapons in the world. It can even bury the gods. What was the illusory grade weapon? Kier thinks Lai is lying without blinking his eyes. When I say level 9999, now I say creative level. This fool is extremely confident in his shield. They can definitely repel the attack. Listen, Lai happily rushed to attack. He asked them to show off the elves. Let's be noble. The great pressure from the lance created has caused the illusion level shield to shatter, and that's accompanied by Michael's 7-tone cry. He couldn't believe the humans were so strong. There's only one possibility. That's the matter in the rumors. He said he was also learning. What kind of matter is it? So we're going to extract information from him in a little bit. Michael hasn't given up yet. Want to call a team to support, eliminating a dangerous person like Lai. So I asked the men on another occasion to fight it again. Take out the tool. It's called the wings of the pink sky moving away. Not in time to get away. When we celebrate, nothing happens. The male lead didn't say anything. I just stood there watching 2 idiots. Michael tried again and again, but the feather didn't react. At this time, Lai. It's in this tower. All support tools such as teleportation are disabled. Kier still can't believe that. There is a kind of magic in this world that prevents movement. I heard that. Lai also asked Let her know that there is no truth in the world. However, this is her exclusive magic. After analyzing the core at the abyss, it's a little hard, but it's finally restructured. Become your own magic. Explain it. He asked the couple if they wanted to run or fight. Michael thinks there's still hope. The captain will surely come to the rescue. HD has a level of more than 3,000. Lai's group will surely be killed. This guy asked the men to release him immediately. If not, the soul. He laughed when he heard it, then let the people waiting outside in. Just like that. Nazuna leads the 7th quarter team pulling the bodies of gods. Other trash elves come in. The 2 see, when you sing, your whole body is blood, and your mouth is Congratulations open. On all doing very well. That's Jack 97. I see that something is wrong with my owner. The hand holding the weapon is currently injured. To reassure people, he also said no. So I went to ask again what the couple wanted to do. The enemy knows the fate of the Bao until now. Sorry, Michael. I want to work with the main guy, to rule the elf nation together. Finish listening to her. I don't know what my fiancé is talking about. The guy next door doesn't care about her words. Given that with Lai's invincible power, with more knowledge from me, Kai, it will be as easy as carrying hands. But what we want now is not the throne. All he wants is revenge on his former teammates. Find out the truth about matter. Michael wants to be released. Because there is no crime in itself. I don't know about the old order. Just like S.A. Feeling abandoned, she called you too. You're going to leave me. The answer to that is your grandmother ugly. Don't drag me into this. And he hated it. I hated my engagement to her a long time ago. They call her what ordinary people want. Dreamy and illusory. After listening, she only knows how to cry. Because we said we loved each other before. But the enemy pegged more peaches. Where is it about love? I asked Lai to let me kill her. Help him, Nam. I had no problem with this guy, so I let him go. However, his followers are not. I've been watching Eli and Azuki's blood boil. As soon as permitted by the owner, they immediately move forward. I want to eat them alive. Eli called out. If not for orders, I have tore you apart a long time ago. So don't worry now. I certainly wouldn't die a light death. Michael is too scared to turn around. He also said that he understood the greatness of ignorance. He deserves to be a god, because I carry the power within me. Fearless with a generous heart. Praising the owner like this is also a little effective. Make Eli happy. Black is not enough. The blonde wants to be etched into his body. The greatness of the master, literally. Dad was so scared. He screamed and ran away. Black. Instead of waiting for him, it's just a barbed wire. This skill is so powerful. Can tie up temporarily even targets at level 9999. And for Michael, it is true that there is no way to get out of Raw. This guy doesn't believe she has both the ability and the skill. Strategic level capabilities. Eli's smiling. It's a bunch of thorns. Stab deep into his body. At the same time, use your ability. Go into this guy's head to find information about matter. I heard 7 voices from the fucking Fiank. When I was also afraid of blood. There's no one around to help her anymore. So back to remembering the days before. I've always been there to comfort you. She told the story. I always wiped my tears for my brother. It's all lies, so there's no weight. In fact, she wanted to kill him. In suffering. His face at the time was happy, because I saw the people being executed. The pain didn't go away for a day. She still makes excuses. There were many other strong people. I have to follow myself. You can't fight those guys. She lied to herself that she wasn't to blame. So the grapefruit line Ra used the next beauty to want lie to love me. Set this body will so it's over. Do whatever you want, but don't hurt me. Hearing this, Azuki furiously smashed the floor. That she dared to humiliate her master is a sharp. I want to eat fresh monsters, swallow the enemy alive and then recover feed again. I have to remind her that she is small. No more talking. The young man also said he would not kill her right away until we know the truth, and decided to use this power. But for the time being, she'll have to endure excruciating Living pain. Together is not equal to dying. It's fun now. Can be friends with. In the darkness of the abyss. She was so scared that she kept praying. The ant only received an arrow through the thigh. Just like the way she used to. It hurt him. The rest is handled by Mara. Mrs. Kier immediately put a bunch of bugs on people She still tries to pray for them to stop. Because I just want to be happy. Who in the world doesn't want that? But, to gain happiness over the suffering of others, it's not acceptable. So this is the price she's going to pay. Solved. He was also knocked unconscious by the lance. Before losing his mind, he only managed to seal the lance so he was safe. His followers took him to the abyss to take care of him, but very worried. Nazuna asked her friend if the owner was okay. The blonde doesn't know. What Eli knows is that in the last 3 years, their owner always turns gacha. God is the only extra card. Higher than them. The clouds and I investigated, but the information that's coming back is that it's because very powerful. Too dangerous. With Bug Girls level 9999, create a seal to restrain the power of the gods. The owner just removed part of the seal. That caused such damage. What they can do right now, just waiting and praying. After a while, Lai also woke up to make the cloud maid happy. He had to apologize to people for worrying them. You want to rest a little more? Don't try. The first time I saw him cry in the dark, she understood that revenge is important. But expect Lai. Don't do anything reckless like today. Because I'm not alone because we're there. 2 days later, the elf woman was captured. There was chaos when the white cores went missing. The queen said, "It is impossible for my son to lose. Hadi is the strongest of the elves." Just finished, there was an emergency. That a swarm of dragons in enormous numbers heading towards the castle. The one who controls them is Eli. She's slowly approaching, sending terror to the entire elf nation. He uses magic to call fools. Dare to send people to the giant tower. Facial grandma. Let the dragons howl and burn the forest. Behind to warn. If we talk about the next sentence that no one is responsible for, it will give everyone a taste of hell. So she landed inside the castle. He was greeted by many soldiers. The queen also went out to introduce herself as the 7th cup. At first it was the witch of the giant tower asked, "You know you're being rude." More. When asked about the white cores, the blonde hair screeched, "Do I need to tell you? Because it's obvious." She's wondering why she sent him. The lowlifes came to their tower. The main goal is to steal, research as well as treasure. Just like that, Eli, he demanded to examine the queen's brain. The soldiers attacked. It was immediately stained with blood. Let's see this scene. Eli asked if the queen would like it. His sacrificial tree will absorb the flesh and blood of the enemy. To develop, it's also strategic magic. The queen was too afraid to run away, but she could not. That's it, Ellie. Into the brain. The enemy to exploit information. Thanks so. She's seen the racism of this woman. Blonde ordered for Queen Glass. Immediately release all slaves. People in this country. At the same time. From now on, We will ban them from slavery here. Anyone who lies does not obey. It will be a meal for the dragon. It's her favorite. That's it, Ellie. We've successfully declared independence for the people. This news was reported to Cho Lai. Make him happy. Lots of people from elsewhere. He's now moving closer to the giant tower. You will get protection from the side. Lai asked to see it with his own eyes. After moving back to the Confucian Tower, I saw 3 girls waiting. Everyone's peaceful scenery appeared before his eyes. Children are not afraid of monsters, but also play with them. They've now liberated about 5,000 people. So it's also fast. Create an ideal living environment for them. I thought if this world was just evil, the devil himself will burn it with the flames of hell. But now he wants to protect.